Hi, hi friends. This is about my next very important session, and I'm going to speak about my real world change scenario. And you all people are interested in me because you are getting something very valuable, um, so that I think is valuable if it is changes our inner nature. Inner nature is all about our character. There are things we are most of the time we are doing because of some pleasure or pain. So this pleasure and pain are our belief, how we perceive the things. The perception is happening because of our intertwined connection of our neurons. When we are stimulated by the same thing again and again, that perception comes, and that perception, that stimulation actually triggers that flow of hormones, so that dopamine will be released easily, so that we can connect with that easily. So that is the called with pleasure, that's the called a belief. When we repeatedly do something, and on that basis that connections happening, and then the dopamine and that craving element, that craving hormone actually getting released again and again, which makes us excited about the task, and focused, and we can be on the flow very easily. So now, after all, this perception is all about the way we actually we see things, we do things, and we enjoy things. See, for example, if you are watching so and so movie, and you have a perception that that movie is going to give me a pleasure. What is pleasure is actually is not a pleasure, it's your perception of pleasure. So the perception and reality of pleasure is something different. When we deeply don't know, and we don't really aware of the things which we are doing, and awareness is all about knowing the importance of the things, the why element of the things. When we are watching movie, we must understand what is the long term result of it. When I am watching a movie, for example, if I am watching Bahubali movie, and what is the long term implication of watching a movie? For example, if I go and watch movie of Bahubali for one day, okay, I watching. If I watch the same Bahubali 100 times in a year, then what is the implication of watching that movie? Is it going to benefit me? Absolutely not. But if I go and do exercise uh, at least 100 times a week, 100 times a year, then what will happen? That my body will be like, that Siva Bahubali movie, like Prabhas, my body will become. So instead of watching Bahubali for one day, you don't think it is going to waste of your time. But if you are watching the same movie 100 days for a year, then you suddenly feel that that is waste of time. The same way, if you are don't do exercise, you don't feel anything bad about it. But if you do 100 times that same exercise, if you don't do that exercise 100 times, then you certainly feel that suddenly that's true that that is not good thing. 100 throughout the year, if you don't do exercises, your body will be diseased, your body will be ill, it's not fit. So, for that matter, exercise is that right thing to do in the long term perspective. So, instead of going to Bahubali movie, we have to go to do exercise right now. So, you understand what it means. So, here that we have in the said urgency syndrome, rather than importance, we feel urgency is the most important. Being urgency means that movie is going to be in the in theaters in 1 week. and there is some discount price as well, which you are getting. And due to this marketing strategy, we feel that that is the urgency, that is most urgent and important thing at that moment, because we have to know who kills or why Kattappa kills Bahubali. Why Kattappa kills Bahubali is so much important for us to know than to know what is our, to build our character, to go through that effort, to putting that effort in the real efforts in doing the right things. So this effort is all about our life. This is actually life transforming, and this is going to be memorable thing if you go for running and all this thing. And it's going to be a really long term memorable and a life enhancing experience, rather than watching movie which is life not enhancing, it's life killing experience. And that's going to make you weak, and that's not going to be memorable experience as well, and you will be regretted later for that thing as well, because you're wasting your valuable time without pursuing your dreams and without doing anything significant, memorable and meaningful. So much you must understand this thing in the long term perspective like this, so that you will always be very awake and aware that you are doing right thing, in by knowing your long term results of that what you're doing. So in simply or if you don't do bracing, then nothing will happen for a day. But if you don't do bracing for a whole year, your teeth will not be in the right good condition which you are enjoying. So in the same sense, exercising and reading a book and doing things one day will not be a big thing for you, but if you don't do throughout year. But you must understand this, the power of habit, the habit which is to be repeated, that is only going to benefit you. So the habit is all about the repetition. So when you are the habit of doing things, the right things always and every time, then your life will be so much effective and efficient. And you must understand this and take the right decision, even though it is insignificant, it is not urgent. You must do the right things, and the right things is always going to be how you visualize, how you perceive, how you see the things. So your perception needs to be according to your goals, and you must see the things, you must believe that things are so urgent as well. So take action immediately on that belief that it's so important and urgent to take action right now. So that for having to have that belief, we must must marketing our own ideas to ourselves, because of that only our beliefs will be strong enough, and we have to bombard our own uh, ads commercials to our gels. We have to see that, you have to see that movie picture, visualize those things in our minds, to go for run, to do the right task, and to do the whatever essentials, whatever the right thing to be done, rather than seeing others activities. And in the social media, particularly nowadays, we are so much outward and we are little bit inward, and because of that lot of outward information coming inside, and we are always in the confusion, and we are not living our own lives fully, and we are not focusing, and our attention span is so little, and we are not doing any deep work which actually gives the real results. So to be in the real life, to be putting our real efforts, and to to truly live our lives, we must understand the what is the long term implications of what we are doing right now, so that we can be better able to come to right decisions and right actions on that basis. Thank you so much, and I hope you understand this, and have a great day.